Good morning to Casey, say Robbie and Debbie. Good morning to Casey, say Robbie and Debbie.
Good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, I forgot my hat. Darn it.
Rookie move, that was me. Casey, how do I turn down my headphones, these earbuds? Oh, I see. You guys, it was up on 100. Whew.
Woo! Up on 100.
Yeah.
Oh, I love your hat, Liz. Perfect. That's a Liz hat. I love it.
That's McDonald's.
Love it. I'm getting
McDonald's. You guys, we found out this morning that we didn't have speakers, internal speakers in anything. I didn't want to put these on. I didn't want to put these on. I said, Casey, how am I going to put a hat on if I have those on? But he said, Mom, get your earbuds. And I'm like, okay, I'll get the earbuds.
I got it.
I'll get the earbuds. But what did I say? I'll be so glad to get off my cell phone and not have to put the earbuds in. But I'm not being picky because God's going to bless me with this system.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, I have a regular weird keyboard. And Casey said, Mom, I don't see how you've been typing this whole time on a laptop anyway. You guys, I'll settle down in a minute. I promise I will.
I was going to say, you got...
I can't get fixed. It's like...
The squirrel just won't settle down.
Matt! So I'm going to drop some links, you guys.
Good morning to Matt. Good morning to you. Good morning to Matt. Good morning to you. We've been missing you, Matt.
We sure have. You guys, I'm going to find Robbie. I am lost because getting a I don't know how to say it. Getting a new computer system to set up the way that you personalize it, like I have done these past 7 years with my laptop. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm starting all over and everything looks new and it doesn't come with Word.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back on date. You know, Matt, we really haven't, I don't think we've asked you what you do for a living. I mean, I wasn't sure if you were in programming. Look, you guys know I say I'm not vain. But when I saw myself on here, when I first went to StreamYard, I'm like, whoa, Casey, I didn't have my makeup. I said, oh, they're going to see me in high def. What in the world?
That's funny. Good morning to Jeff. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jeff. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Jeff. Thank you. You were on yesterday. Thank you for coming back. Coming back on, you guys. You guys, prayers for MawMaw. Dwayne, we took her as soon as I got off yesterday to the emergency room because that's what they said to do. The ambulance had to come get her. Oh, they took this much, you know, when the big things of fluid off her knee. That, bless her heart.
Poor thing.
It was hard. It was like having one of your kids, something happened to him and you couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And
my mother had that once.
So
one of her knees.
it's
horrible.
All me and Karen could do. Karen was on one side, I was on the other. And I was rubbing and patting.
Yeah.
I thought I was patting her arm, you guys.
That's all you can be.
It was not her arm that I was patting. So when that doctor, when he took out the rest of
her chest, or
I was like, my hand was on the side. And afterward, and when he was finished, I'm like, MawMaw, I'm sorry I was patting your boob. I was trying to pat your arm. And she got to laughing so hard. And Karen did, and I did, because we went from crying to laughing. And the nurse practitioner, guy said, you know, if you can laugh at times like these. So bless her heart.
Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you. Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you. Did you see Matt does freelance programming and design, and he's trying to get his game development long enough that it makes him a living, but that's slow going so far. That's really cool, Matt.
Also an artist. Isn't he also an artist?
Yes.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna flip around here.
Yeah, he's the one. He's the one we were talking about.
It's cool art. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you.
Dwayne, you know you don't have to ask a favor. You know we love you, and we will
Dwayne, I love you.
Prayers. And with prayers comes positive energy with prayers. So we will do both. See, you should have just took a weekend. You should have just took a week vacation and hung with us all week.
I don't know if you can see the chat, LizzAnn, but Dwayne has said he needs a favor. He's had a very difficult mental week. Please put out some positive energy for me.
Okay.
See, I've noticed the trend.
Did the minions help, Dwayne? Did they help at all? I mean, the little minions. I sent you a few little minions cartoons. I was kind of hoping
those are cute.
Make you giggle. Yeah, I like the minions.
And you guys still keep MawMaw in your prayers, because you know last time, if there's infection in the fluid is one thing. There is some abnormal cells in the fluid. But then they will have to find out if there's infection in the bone. And that's a scary thing. So you guys just pray for MawMaw too. Yes, Dwayne,
she has been in my prayers.
You have a tail.
Keep her.
I thought so. I figured too. Dwayne has a tail. When Dwayne is acting up the worst, that's when he needs that pickup.
Good morning, Deb Kitty. Good morning to you. Good morning, Deb Kitty. Good morning to you.
Hey there.
With Deb Kitty, I just went ahead and got that helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness. That's in the closet. So we're just gonna cover my head today. But you guys, okay, I can sit back. I can see both Facebook, YouTube, and I can see StreamYard. So, you know, I can, and then my links are to the left. I can just put them on. Casey, come up. Look at you with two screens. He gave me one of his screens, you guys.
You are big time now.
Wow. You have a
You're welcome, Nicole. I love to sing to everybody and just give them one little happy spot in their day, whether it's happy that I sang to them or laughing at my bad singing. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Do you know I have not
sing bad?
No, there has not been one negative. There is no. I have not heard any negative, and you know, so you know good and well a troll will hurry up and come in and say, "Why is that woman singing?" Da da da. But
thanks, Matt.
I
don't pretend to think that I could be, like make money on that for sure. Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you. Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you.
All right. I got it. Sometime today, Casey's going to show me how to do the random the random.
Sticker.
Yeah. Sometimes today, I'll leave after today and go stay at the hospital for a little while. But
Good morning to Super Dave. Good morning to you. Good morning to Super Dave. Good morning to you.
and Super Dave, I'm going to give you a shout out on here. I tell everybody, whether you're here or not, I talk about you and Robbie and Think Dragon. So you guys have helped the blessing. You know, God doesn't say to.
Right, man. Yeah. Could you just hear me? That's Mike doing all the names of an audience at America's Got Talent, LizzAnn.
Yeah, we'd have to set it up. We'd say, all right, she's going to just sing good morning to panel. And then we'd have it set up to get a raid. And then, yeah, you'd have to sing to everybody. Yeah, I think
Oh my goodness.
I think you'd win.
Oh, that would be funny.
But yeah, you know, God tells you you can't just sit at home and be by yourself and not do nothing. And if God's told you you have a ministry, what good are you if you are in your house not doing nothing? You're sitting by yourself and you're just like, okay, God, I'm waiting on the blessings because you know,
Right.
no, you have to put some work into it. And it's pretty much what you call networking. I'll use that term because that makes me feel fancy. So Dave and Robbie and Think Dragon, you guys make me feel fancy because, you know, I can go in there and drop links for them, and that makes me feel useful. And it makes me feel like when we do a raid that we're helping somebody else out. And I get excited about the raids now, you guys. Especially when they hit us, and then Traci has to go do her.
Good morning to Laura Beth. Good morning to you. Good morning to Laura Beth. Good morning to you.
That's right. Good morning, Laura Beth. I love that name, Laura Beth.
I do too.
Isn't that a beautiful name?
Super Dave, that's right. Activate your blessing, and you have to be bold.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why, Casey? Just even saying the super raid is going to make Traci feel like, oh, I've been a good girl this week.
I hope I can keep up. I hope I can keep up. I hope I can keep up.
But the past couple of days, I haven't been able to, you know, really look at some of the channels. You know, yesterday was real bad with MawMaw. We had to call the ambulance to come get her. She was not even able to get off the bed. It was that much pain. So when they say, what is it, Traci, your pain 1 to 10, 10 being ER, well, hers was past.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay. That's just breaks my heart. I love MawMaw so much. I really do.
No, I haven't
How does this work?
seen the steampunk show. I'll drop a link and tell me where it's at so I can find it after this. But yeah, you know, so that was over 10. If the ambulance has to come get somebody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But home health is great. I did call them and ask what to do. They said, well, can she even get on a bedside commode? I said, no. They said, you call the ambulance because she has to be, they will have to come get her. And she needs to go to the ER. You gone? Who's gone? Jeff's gone?
Yeah, Jeff said bye. So I said, I don't know if he was saying bye to Liz or if he was just saying bye, he's leaving, but
Okay.
thanks for stopping in if you are leaving, Jeff.
Yeah. Am I talking real loud because I have earphones on?
Yeah, I just thought you said, hey, son.
Look, we ain't gonna start with craziness today. What?
Yeah,
Unless
mama eyes going on there.
unless it's and I mean, hat day crazy, not hearing bumps and body painting. I'm gonna tell you something. It's so weird you say that because I've always wanted to do that. That is a weird thing. I can't help it, but I love paint. I love paint to be in my hands, and I've always wanted to just have one of those white mats down and just gob in paint. I guess it's the kid in me just wants to wallow
You
around.
paint everywhere.
Yeah, roll around in paint and just everywhere. That's weird, but well, not so because
It's
people
not
do
so
that.
totally weird.
I love it. I love you guys. I love paint that much.
I have seen some shows where, on cable, where they were doing body painting, where they paint some of the most beautiful things on people's bodies. It is just amazing. And it's kind of sad to me because
It washes
you
off.
take the picture and you can, at least you have a picture, you can save it through a picture, but they do such beautiful, beautiful work, and then it just washes all away when they take a shower.
Yeah, and
Oh, good morning, Tim Windsor. Good morning to you. Good morning, Tim Windsor. Good morning to you. Thanks for stopping in.
good morning.
Oh, and MawMaw. Good morning to MawMaw. Good morning to you. Good morning to MawMaw. Good morning to you.
Oh, we got another one. Did
That's
you?
Laura Beth.
What am I doing?
She said
Yeah.
that they paint people as part of the backgrounds. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's real cool because they look like they're, and then they move, and it's like, oh wow, they were
Yeah.
part of the background.
Same with Nicole said that. Same with the cool sidewalk paintings too. Same thing, and it is true. They do sometimes they do stuff, and it looks so 3D and amazing, and just like the coolest stuff, and then it just washes away. It's sad.
And like Dwayne said, the beautiful cakes.
Yeah.
Take a picture. You have to take a picture.
You take. Oh, good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you.
Good morning, love. Well, it's like when I painted on the pregnant belly. That's the thing now, to paint on the pregnant girls, bellies. And I did the one, and she knew the baby. Once the baby was born, the baby wasn't going to be able to live but a few seconds or a minute outside the mom's body. So what I did was I did her canvas painting first, so that way I could get the look of how I'd never painted on the belly, so I mean faces, yeah, for the kids, but never, that, and it was already sad for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, I was able to, at the end of it, give her that canvas picture that she would always have. And
Yeah.
you guys, I had to keep down my emotion until I got in my vehicle and left, and then it all poured out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's never the same.
That's so funny, Nicole. Her daughter wouldn't. She got her face painted. She didn't want to refused to wash it off, and then woke up with it super smudged. That's cute.
Casey and them grew up like every Friday. I would do Tiffany, my daughter's, for her high school. I would do the panther paws on her face. The cheerleaders.
Panthers were their mascot, the Panthers.
Yeah.
That was my mascot in high school too.
So, I would do the Panther paws, so they didn't have to pay the cheerleaders because Mom would do it. And then Casey always loved me to do his nose black and do the whiskers. Let me see if Casey has the cordless. Casey, would you get the cordless? I hear somebody calling. It might be the hospital.
Is it in your bedroom?
I hear. I hear our phone ringing, and I figured it might be the hospital.
How long? Mama has been in the hospital. Like this is like the third or fourth time since I've known you.
Yeah.
That breaks my heart.
The toe amputation, she was in there, what, about a week?
Yeah.
It was Lanier Home Health. They were talking about getting her discharged.
Oh.
So I don't know if that was the hospital or.
That wasn't the hospital. That was home health. So what'd you tell them?
I didn't get it in time. Oh. They were I didn't even answer the phone. When I put it to my ear, she was leaving a voice message.
All right, well, call that number, redial that, hit that number for redial.
Well, she gave a different number than what's on here.
Laura Beth said Skin Wars on Netflix. You're a Netflix watcher, so check that out. I'm going to have to check that out too. I have Netflix. Skin Wars. I'm going to write that down. Skin Wars.
But yeah, I mean, Halloween, their faces, my face, anybody else's, I would do. And so I guess Casey's birthday party one time, his and Tiffany's, they lined up in the house, and I had all these kids line up, and I'd ask them, what do you want painted on your face? And it didn't matter what they told me. I did it. And so I guess I have been a body painter then. I just didn't really realize that what I've done. Some things just.
You're cool since you stopped paying for Netflix after watching all the Cake Boss episodes. I probably shouldn't say this out loud on the public airwaves, but my son has Netflix and installed it on my Roku TV. So mostly so that when his son is here, his son can watch his shows, but Mama has watched a few shows too.
No, it doesn't matter. If he has a subscription and he's not logged in, if he just has one person, we only have two. We pay for just two. So say.
I think he pays for two so that he can have Brantley's stuff and his stuff, because Brantley has a TV too in his room. And Brantley's not there a lot of the time. So
it really doesn't matter who uses it or where it's used. You just can't I can't have three people on at the same time. Or if I'm in here in the kitchen, I can't be watching mine and Kevin's profile under YouTube if he's in there doing it.
He's in the bedroom watching your
Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with that. Anybody could use the code.
And that makes me feel better.
Oh yeah, Casey used to have three, and one of his ex-best friends, he always paid for their Netflix. Heck, at one time when he was working, he paid for her Netflix. He paid for her cell phone. He just, this morning when we were looking for speakers for this, setup, he was like, dang, I had the thin, tall speakers, and I gave them to so-and-so. And I said, well, this is where, and look, of all days, we only have three. You guys, I can handle six people. People. So we have 3 spots for everybody. 3 spots.
Good morning to Eric. Good morning to you. Good morning to Eric. Good morning to you.
She said, they told me that she was in the hospital. I did not know that. She said, so obviously we will not be discharging Miss Crawley.
Casey said, home health said, okay, so we will not be discharging Miss Crawley. So yeah, so home health will still be coming out until Mama gets her strength up.
That's so good. I mean, I know that that's so helpful, and it's helpful for everybody because they are able to do things that somebody else would have to do for Mama if they didn't come.
Yeah, well, and basically what they do, they check her vitals, and they'll make her get up and make sure that she's able to walk. And they're, if they had to come by yesterday, they would have asked. You can't make a person go to hospital, but they sure would have said, "Look, Miss Crawley, you need to go."
Mm-hmm.
But living with MawMaw, I see it's like how we can tell the tone of your face if you need to go. There is a shade of MawMaw's face that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. So, and when she didn't argue, and then she didn't argue about, Casey said, "Well, I can get you to the car." She got fine. She said, "No, I can't." And she said, "Call the ambulance, come get me." And I'm like, "Whoop."
Yeah, it's bad then. Then it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like 11 or 12 if she's willing to call the ambulance. It's bad.
And I even I could feel infection. I told her.
It felt warm.
It had gotten the size of a grapefruit. And so that's how tight it was in the pressure. But there was just that look to it. And but MawMaw, bless her, you guys, she didn't even flirt with the paramedics. And I'm telling you, if MawMaw didn't flirt with the paramedics, bless her heart, it was really bad. And then MawMaw is 70. All right, she was born in 40s, so she's 78. No, she just turned 79. No, 41. Yeah. So she's 78.
Good morning to Twisted Kings. Good morning to you. Good morning to Twisted Kings. Good morning to you.
And I am going to drop some more links. Then I had the guy confused, and he said, "So who are you so I can get in touch with you? Are you her daughter?" I said, "I'm her daughter-in-law." And he said, "Wow." And you get along that well? I said, "Yeah." And he said, "That's amazing, because this culture, I've noticed what they call it, the Western culture, if they're not from here, the Western culture doesn't always seem to take care of their elderly." And I said, "Yeah." I said, and he said, "So who lives with you?" I asked her, and she said, "They do." I said, "My grandson does too." He said, "That's how we do it wherever he's from." He said, "We take care of our ancestors, and they live with us."
I know it used to be that way here years ago. It used to be that people always took care of their elderly in their family, but it's just kind of gone by the wayside, and it's sad because too many elderly get kind of cast aside. Good morning to Derek, and one last chance to. Good morning to Derek, and one last chance to.
Derek, are you home, or are you still on vacation?
I don't think he was due home until this weekend, but are you on your way home or still in Nag's Head? Yes. What does that mean? Yes.
We asked you about 10
First question.
We like ganged up on them. Woo, they're Terry.
Yes. Good
Good
answer.
morning, Derek.
He's home.
Oh,
Come on.
do you feel like coming on? I mean, I was an awful friend, and
You're right, Matt. Some of
and-
the people have a hard time taking care of themselves. How can they take care of the older generation?
Yeah. There's that, and these days it takes 2 paychecks to make it.
That's true too. You
And
can't always
you
count
don't
on
have-
someone to be home.
Right. You don't have that flexibility, of that maybe a generation back had,
Mm-hmm.
So that's, part of the challenge.
And yesterday, MawMaw, bless her heart, she said, "Well, I guess I just need to go in nursing home." I said, "No, we're
Oh,
gonna
no.
do." I said, "We'll do what we can, and we just need to get her another bed. We got to get her a smaller bed that doesn't take up as much room, that we can maneuver around when we need to move her around." I mean, because right now her bed takes up so much room. It's the sleigh bed. So you've got the curve here and the curve here, and we can't get to her.
Good morning, Derek. Looks like you got some sun down there.
I was gonna say that.
Good morning, Derek.
Oh, he did. He did get some sun.
That's not sun. This is wind burn.
Oh,
really?
that's worse.
The last Wednesday, we were on the pier and it was 45-mile-an-hour winds.
Holy camole.
But
Good morning, Zanron. Good morning to you. Good morning, Zanron. Good morning to you.
No, Matt, that's not being that's not given too it's not being negative. It's the truth. It is that hard. It is that hard to make it.
Mm-hmm.
so
He was down in Nicole. He was down in Nags Head at the fishing tournament for the Lions Club, right? Derek?
One last chance said, man.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
what the
No, well, because we just mostly just do the women Tuesdays and Fridays, but sometimes we miss Derek so much, and he was like, we were DD&T for so long.
But it's always Friday I come in. I just came in late, so see?
Good morning, Food Forest. Good morning to you. Good morning, Food Forest. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Food Forest.
That's my new hat I got down there, and
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's it stand for? OBX. Woo, you guys, this one.
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
So
this is my new hat, Derek.
Yeah, I know.
She's waiting on her cracker box.
It's always something to do with food with you.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
That's kind of
Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Hi, Destiny. And good morning to John. Good morning to you. Good morning to John. Good morning to you.
Is Derek identifying as a mid today? Oh, Jesus, John.
Derek identifies as a man every day.
As a little marshmallow today.
what it is about anything on my head. It just makes my head itch.
Yeah.
I can relate.
I just get all itchy when I get online.
Itchy.
Update on MawMaw. she's got to have surgery on her knee today.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Is that good or bad?
Is
I
this
mean,
her
like,
left knee?
what
Not
kind of
good.
surgery?
What are they
You
gonna
got-
do?
I think I have too much stuff up. Let me close stuff out and
Good
refresh.
morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you. It does not. Good morning to Neville. Good morning to you. Good morning to Neville. Good morning to you.
You guys, I
She's
come back and I'm
back.
like, wait. I was like, who dropped off? I'm looking at the screen and there's 4
You did.
people. And I'm looking and I'm like, well, who dropped off? And then I'm like, oh my gosh.
So,
Is it a touch screen or you need a mouse or what?
what
What?
are they gonna do to Mama's knee?
Yeah.
I don't know until I get there. And it's not going to be till she'll be the last one. So,
They have to have some idea of what they're gonna do. I mean, you wouldn't just say, "Oh, you're going in for surgery." And
I won't know until Karen tells me. Karen was there.
okay,
Oh, okay.
So,
that's why.
will you please send out a message through Women's Christianhood or something so that you can update us?
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
We would appreciate it.
You guys, now, don't tell me now. I got enough stuff. And then here it wants to act crazy. Don't you start with me.
So, Derek, you caught 17 fish. Was that total or?
Yes.
I still can't.
Yep.
And you still didn't win.
The person that won the whole thing had 136 points.
Oh, points. Okay. So you get points for the number and size or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, like there was bluefish, which were 6 points each.
Oh, okay.
And this guy was just like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But
So how many
I
did you get with
did. Now, don't forget, there was 400 people fishing.
Right.
Wow.
And they were from the Sikkes. They were from you. When you see the video, I got like 17 hours of video to
edit.
Wow.
They were from the Sikkes. I had one guy on the boat, had no clue. He couldn't even talk. It was like the first time he's ever seen people. That's what he did.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like it was like they pulled him out of his house and then he said, "Okay, you gotta go fish."
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, it was bad. It was bad, but I was called out of 400 people. I'm the only one that came up. Well, there was a couple of people that got nicknames, but we called them nicknames. But I get called by the National Lions Club. I get called as the Snagger.
The Snagger.
Because I was supposed to be fishing, but I never caught a fish in the mouth.
Oh.
I caught fish in the fins. I got caught fish in the ass. I got caught fish in the bellies. I never caught any fish in this mouth.
Good morning, Eastwind Farms. Good morning to you. Good morning, Eastwind Farms. Good morning to you. Good morning, Burns Junk Closet. Good morning to you. Good morning, Burns Junk Closet. Good morning to you. But you did have a good time, Derek?
No, I had a blast. But it was so funny because when you have a fish that's maybe like a $50 size fish and you catch it in the belly, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah.
I shredded one of the fish I caught because when it hits the lion shakes. So of course,
yeah.
And we were running double and triple. We were running double, triple jigs too. So when you pull, you grab 2 or 3.
Right.
But Tommy, wait until Tommy sees the video. Tommy's gonna laugh like hell because Tommy's like, Derek ain't no fisherman.
You
Good
know, I
morning
don't.
to Misha. Good morning to you. Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you.
I know that
Darlene, are
when.
you all right?
What's that?
You look a little out of sorts, hon, because of MawMaw or your computer
I think it's a computer.
or both.
To me, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
So
let me take this out. I'll be right back.
yeah.
Okay.
So So what were you gonna say, Destiny?
Yeah, when Tommy and I go fishing, which I don't fish very often anymore. I used to fish all the time when I was little, but
Are you muted?
me?
I can't hear you.
I can hear her.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you'll
okay.
find that.
It could be just me because I'm on the phone again.
Yeah.
Go ahead, finish, Destiny.
When I was little, I used to fish with my grandpa and my dad. That was our thing. But as an adult, I don't go fishing very often because all I catch is other people's fishing equipment that's been in the water. I don't usually catch fish.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
Good morning to Tommy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Tommy. Good morning to you.
So yeah, I don't fish very often. When I do go fishing, it's usually I'm catching fishing equipment and not the fish.
Yeah, well, it's like my guide that came with me, this guy Billy, funniest guy in the world, man. He was just cracking me up. We're gonna start him up with a YouTube channel in the next couple of days because
Cool.
it's funny. Well, see, she's not here because I was gonna do a screen share because you guys would absolutely have a laugh. Because when we got down there Sunday night, we had a party at like it was a welcoming party, so no big deal. Then we got back to but on Monday we went to the Wright Brothers museum. Well,
Oh yeah.
of course it has to happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
We get there, we walk through, we do everything. They ask us to leave.
What?
Yep. There was 30 of us. They asked us to leave. We had to get searched because somebody stole Orville's head.
Oh, jeez.
Somebody actually snapped the bust off and started carrying the bust out of the museum.
That's insane.
No. Hey, Darlene, hit me screen share for me, okay?
Good morning, DebbieDoesSales. Good morning to you. Good morning, DebbieDoesSales. Good morning to you.
Okay, there.
I got something.
Good morning, Perlini. Good morning to you.
I think.
Good morning, Perlini. Good morning to you.
Oh, that's your screen.
My guide. Yeah. My guide. I'll show you. My guide did a video yesterday. No, that's not what I want.
I was like, oh, why is my screen showing?
He is. This is why we're gonna do. We're gonna do a YouTube channel with him because. Let me get to it.
Yeah, please do.
Come on.
Because we're seeing into the mind of Derek's Facebook.
Not my Facebook. This is my friend's Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Come on. It's just running slow.
You guys, I know you guys don't get the inside joke. It's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why when we change the screen layout like this, I can hear everybody now. It's weird.
Come on. It's running a little slow. Hold on.
You know, Dab Kitty, they have been doing that forever. They have always said that.
They where I live, because it's a private community trailer park,
Mm-hmm.
they can set the hours themselves. So they said trick-or-treating up until 8 p.m. So I hope the kids come out.
Well, I know that there are a couple of cities around me that they're trying to change it to Saturday.
Really?
And you know, well, they changed it one time because it landed on the high school football day. But we have enough churches around here that does fall festivals.
Just a quick. Here is everybody on the Thursday, on the Monday night at the if you look at the picture,
Mm-hmm.
this is everybody that's at the facility.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, so all those people are in the fishing thing?
Well, they're guides and yep, that's them.
Food Forest, thank you for stopping by. Usually we're more upbeat on Crazy Hat Friday. It does get crazy. It's just with MawMaw down and out. It's, you know, it just, yeah, we worry about MawMaw. But you're welcome back anytime.
She is MawMaw's close to all of our hearts.
So we're talking about Derek's channel. Yeah, I had his. You guys, I don't have Word documents on this.
On that computer?
Yes, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I emailed my Word, all the stuff I use for my videos, the links and everything to Word document, and Casey put it on. Thank you, Matt. Casey put it on sticky notes. I didn't even know what those were. That's that's how I am, really not knowing computers. But
all right,
you get
you guys ready?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Traci said, "Yeah."
Here's my buddy.
Okay.
This is
aviation was considered witchcraft, and when they found out what the Wright brothers were doing,
start it over. It's stuck. Come on, play.
They encased them.
All right.
Hey everybody, so this is Bill. I'm here at Kitty Hawk and checking out the Wright Brothers Museum. In 1903, aviation was considered witchcraft, and when they found out what the Wright brothers were doing, they encased them in carbonite, much like Han Solo, for being witches.
Oh wow!
Wait.
What a lot of people don't realize also, this is the field where they first flew with a flying machine. What a lot of people don't realize is there were actually 6 Wright brothers who started this flying adventure. If you can see the large rock, that's where they started their flights. And rock number 1 is where brother number 1 crashed and died.
Is he being for real?
Brother number 2 crashed and died where they marked his body. Brother number 3 died here. And brother number 4 made it all the way down there, I think 1,200 feet, before he eventually crashed and died also. The 2 remaining brothers were put in the carbonite that I showed you. And that's the story of how motorized flight was born. Hey everybody,
Derek, I don't know. I don't know if you're really being serious or I. And then your face is even redder. It's like you look like a bee. You're like off the cartoon Willy Wonka, where the girl ate the gumball and she started changing colors.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you.
Siosa, don't get him started.
But the best part about it is those are the 4 markers of where Orville and Wilbur flew to.
Uh-huh.
But my friend Billy made it that there were 6 of them, and that's where they crashed. That's their markers where they died.
Oh,
I thought it was real.
I was kind of wondering. I thought,
good morning, Denise. Good morning to you. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you.
he just led us down the garden path there.
Derek, you had all of us just intent. I was just all intent listening, and I'm like, wow, there were 6 brothers. Why did I not ever hear that?
And I was like, I hadn't heard that before. Wait a minute. That doesn't sound right. Wait a minute.
Derek. Look,
Do you think they had carbonite back in the 1900s?
I kept hearing that too, and I kept thinking, what the heck is he talking about, carbonite?
Good morning to Hazelide. Good morning to you. Good morning to Hazelide. Good morning to you.
Eric says, I also have the Roswell crash on tape.
You're so funny.
Derek.
Okay, so I did real quick. I had no idea that the Roswell thing was real. I thought it was just a TV show.
Well, they think it's real. They're still not. I mean,
well, I didn't know that was like a real thing. I just thought it was a TV show, and then I started watching all these UFO things.
There is a real place.
And I was like, oh, okay. This makes more sense.
Oh.
I got to tell you, Destiny, after we had our conversation after in the after show,
yeah,
I kept hearing things in my house.
You know, and that's weird because it's getting worse here too. I'm telling you.
Every time I turned around, I was like, what's that? What's that? What's that? I would not even go lay down and take a nap even though I was tired.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man, I didn't go down lay down till my husband came home.
You're usually safe during the day.
Like, oh, I think I'm gonna stay here and play solitaire.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he ever did that, we did that on. I was right behind him. He did that. We walked back to the bus, and he's already starting to put it on Facebook. And then he goes and gets the Wright brothers goggles, and he's sitting there going, "I'm the 7th Wright brother." And he were on the bus, and I'm the 7th Wright brother. I look at, I'm brand new.
Good morning, Kim A. Good morning to you. Good morning, Kim A. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sandy Brown. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sandy Brown. Good morning to you. He would make a great, if he could keep up that kind of content, Derek, that would be a great channel.
Mm-hmm.
That would be.
Yeah. Doing
something's not good,
right.
I don't think.
He's doing conspiracy theories with Billy L.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing I think we're doing is I got a whole nother thing. We'll do it on Tuesday. But oh my God, we had one guy, from New York.
Mm-hmm.
We caught this inlet lizard fish. That was the name of the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Now, nobody knew what it was, so they marked it a 1.
Mhm.
One of the other scores marked it as a 4. Well, we're up in one of the hotel rooms and we're drinking upstairs. We're laughing. And the guide from New York had 3 shots of grappa. If you know what grappa is.
Mm-mm.
No.
Grappa is Portuguese moonshine.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So he had 3 shots of that. Then he opens up his bottle of champagne. Now he finishes a 1.75 bottle of champagne in 20 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
So wait, right? So he had 3 shots of grappa, had that, and then he goes and takes 2 of my beers, 2 of my Landshark beers.
And how sick was he that night?
Let's just say he was trying to explain what this fish was. Well, let's just say that I did a whole video on the bus last night coming back on the story of how he was this big and he had to hold the line. Oh yeah. We got some of it on video. We're all trying to get the rest of it on video. Literally, we were all dying. I mean, he was bouncing off the walls. He missed the toilet in the bathroom. It was
Oh jeez.
but it was the funniest.
You called it a lizard fish?
Yes, and
Oh, that thing is creepy.
yeah, we caught 3 of them. You look at it, she's like,
See, and this is exactly why I do not go in the water.
Yeah.
yep. So we caught 3 of those, and he's like, but halfway through it was this big. I was on the south side of the tower. Like oh my god.
Too funny.
So he was over exaggerating him.
Yeah, really exaggerating him.
Yeah.
I had to give the fishing pole to my 19-year-old son. I had to go. You know, when you're at the beach, the water goes like this, and it drops, and then it goes back up again, and then oh, it was man.
Sounds like y'all had an entertaining drive home.
Right?
We had an entertaining drive home. We had an entertaining night before because we all stayed up until like 2:00 in the morning every day.
Darlene,
Yes.
what's up?
Do you need to leave?
No, her appointment's not going to be for later. Casey's we're waiting for Karen to come by. Casey will go in there and get her CPAP, and everything. But no, this was acting crazy. You see what I said? Fred's in this computer too. So, but we'll get it right. What Casey's going to do while I'm at the hospital is work on everything.
Yeah.
And going and stuff.
But because Casey in hospitals don't do too well. His anxieties. He leaned down yesterday. He leaned down. He took her hand. He said, "MawMaw, now you know I love you. I love you more than the other MawMaw. But I gotta go." And his eyes was big as she said, "Honey, I know." So yeah, Casey got the heck out of there. He does, unless it's a have to. Casey does not.
Yeah.
Derek, did you do a drunk impression?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
He was doing an impression of a drunk guy that was at the fishing thing.
Is that why your face turned red? Look, you guys, I lose stuff, and that's why. Traci,
my face is
you
red.
girls are in charge.
I had my hat on like this when I was on the pier. Well, now I got the mark.
Yeah. Oh, too funny. You do. Do you see that Lynn is Perlini has prayers and
for MawMaw and roses.
and roses for MawMaw?
Nope. I'm gonna tell you what a oh gosh, you guys.
But yeah, we went into the pool, went into the jacuzzi, back into the pool. You know, we did a lot of stuff. It was fun. We went to this place called Super Wings.
Yeah.
It's they have them like in Fort Lauderdale. They have them in all over, and they had T-shirts that were regular $17. I was getting for $5.
Dang.
At a clearance?
Well, yeah, because it's the end of the season. So, I mean, literally, I have never seen a town that I want to say probably maybe 100 cars until we showed up, and then all the buses showed up. But and trying to talk to half of the people, we went to McDonald's, and it was like, "Hi, y'all, can I take your order, please?" And I'm going, "Yeah, I want 2 cheeseburgers." Oh, this is the best one. We went to this place called the Elizabethan Gardens. All right. Now, they just had a hurricane 2 weeks ago. Why are we going to take all of us to these supposed to be beautiful gardens when it's the middle of October? The flowers are gone. Everything's done. Let's just walk around on crap. So we go. We come back. We had one person on our bus screaming and moaning, "I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry." Lady, quiet. "I'm hungry. I'm hungry. When are we gonna have lunch? I'm hungry." So we stop at McDonald's. The bus goes around. Now, where the bus parked was right where the speaker for the drive-thru was. Well, you know me, have to bust chops. We go up. There's a car pulling up. He has his window up. All I hear is, "Hi, can I take your order?" I said, "Yes, can I have three cheeseburgers, 2 large fries, and 2 large Cokes?" She goes, "Okay, that's going to be $24.29. Please go to the next window." Well, then the guy's window was dropping to place his order, and he's going, $24.29. That already? And it just kept on driving forward. So I ordered for the guy. I go and I walk into the building. I order the same thing when I get in the building. Well, the guy shows up. He goes, "This isn't what I ordered." So I'm sitting there watching him in the window. So they have 2 of the same order.
Good morning to Eva. Good morning to you. Good morning to Eva. Good morning to you.
But they didn't know what to do. They're like, "We got 2 of the same order now. What do we do?"
Oh my goodness.
You're sassy.
It was the best, though. And of course, this guy, a guy Tim I met, he was a retired vet, and we were gibber-gabbing, and he goes, he's walking behind me. He goes, "I can't believe you just pulled that off." He goes, "That's classic." He goes, and then of course I get the guy at the front register that has a floating eye. So he's like, can I take your order?" His eyes flicking left and right, and I'm like,
So he had a lazy eye?
Yeah, serious lazy eye. I'm like, yeah, trying to place orders with visually impaired people. There was 25 of us in line. Oh, it was great.
You guys, I feel vulnerable
You don't
when
miss
I
much,
can't.
even though
Oh,
you
did you
have
sing to
poor
Eva?
eyesight.
Yes, I did.
Okay. You guys, I feel vulnerable when Derek's talking and laughing and I can't hear, but
Darlene's still trying to find
and
her
it's
way around
breaking
her
up.
new technology.
I'm like, okay, Derek's
So far,
running
I haven't had
wild.
to shake a jar at him.
Oh, he needs the
Yeah, so
jar.
No, I haven't had to shake a jar.
All I have is my makeup brushes.
No,
Did
I
I
didn't have to
miss?
shake a jar. He's been pretty good.
I've been good.
He's
You've
been
been
good.
I've been good. I learned how to slow my talking down, y'all.
It's a big difference
Derek.
from
Don't make
especially the Northeast where you
Oh,
are to
yeah.
down south. That's a huge difference.
Oh yeah. No, y'all hope
We're
you have
a
great.
little bit laid back.
Yeah, literally laid back. But we had
Some places more than others.
so we here it's 1,000 people. We're all sitting together. We had one of the United States Navy pastors come up and he did the invocation every night. Well,
Mhm.
he had one of those voices. He had like one of those great like boisterous when he was doing his invocation, and I talked to him after, but all of a sudden, the lady Gwen, little southern lady, she goes, "Now we're gonna have the invocation." So he gets up there, and Reverend Jim comes up, and he goes, "I want to thank," and just the voice was amazing. And all of a sudden, he goes, and everybody goes, "Amen." Well, I had to do it, and I went, "Gentlemen, start your engines."
Eh.
You're a mess.
Good morning, just Sandy. Good morning to you. Good morning, just Sandy. Good morning to you.
There was a lady from Virginia that was across from me. She goes, "What you just say?" I said, "Gentlemen, start your engines." And she goes, "What the heck?" I said, "We're in NASCAR country, woman."
She had no idea. I can't believe.
She just was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you just did that." Why? We went by Dover International Raceway, and I'm going. Everybody's like, "What's that big building?" And I'm like, "That's a NASCAR track." No, I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "That's it." And then we go by Dover Air Force Base, and then they're like, "Wow." I'm like, "That's the Air Force Base." They're like, "How come you know so much?" I says, "You guys don't know. Like when we went over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, there was a tanker going over when we were going under."
Mm-hmm.
And you had to see people's faces like, "Oh my God, oh my God." I'm like, "That thing's above us." I'm like, "Yeah." And that's what they built this for. They're like, because it's 20 stories up, and the next you know, you're going underneath it.
Yeah.
Look at well, Dab Kitty Sparkle. Well, she's like, I can picture the look on that woman's face. It was.
Darlene, I'm sorry that you're having computer issues.
She's just gonna become.
It's got to be very frustrating.
I'm gonna have to send her. I'm gonna have to send her a text. Yeah, I'm gonna
I
have
wait for her to get back on. I have to go.
Yeah,
I
have to keep on. I have to send her a Jack in the Box sign so she can put it up when she's having problems with her computer. So, but I did win. I got a participation medal.
Woo!
That's
Good
cool.
for you.
They're like, "Here's your participation medal." I'm like, "Really? A participation medal? You know, I'm here to win this thing, not get some crap." And this is what we had to. This is what we had to wear. Look at the size of this thing. We had to wear on our.
That's cool.
My goodness.
Yeah, very important person, national guest, first timer, and that was the ship we went on the first time. But the thing takes like it's look at the size of the thing, almost on my size of my head.
Yeah, and you're not the tallest person on the planet. It'd be about down to your knees, but
Yeah, just say tripping over
I
that thing.
have to go. I am going to my show this morning, so I have to head out. Ma, give MawMaw a big hug for me and Tommy. Tommy will be probably messaging her hopefully later so that when she gets home, she can see it. He's been thinking about her. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Love you.
I love you.
Bye.
Yes.
Aw. Sweet Destiny.
Yeah.
But
I hope she got her computer worked out.
Yeah, that does sound like you had a great time, Derek. I'm very, very grateful that you had a great time. You needed to get away and have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No, it
needed to
was.
get away and get away from say YouTube. I know you did some videos I need to go back and watch, but
Well, I did 2 lives, and I was trying to do one on the boat, and the signal was really bad. But then when I got this is what I'm going to be doing all day today is editing all this. So,
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. This is where I was OBX out the Outer Banks in North Carolina. Not North Carolina. And you have to talk slow so they can understand you. One thing that I thought was funny was we went to a place that was called a brew through.
A broom through?
A brew through. BREWTHRU.
Brew through.
Yeah, it's an actual liquor store that you can drive through.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we're in the bus. We can't fit through. So we all get out of the bus. Now it's a place where you're not supposed to walk into it. You're supposed to go through with a car. So there's 25 visually impaired people walking through a drive-through. People are trying to come through with their cars. So the guy goes to me and he goes, you're really not supposed to be walking around in here because this is supposed to be a drive-through. And I says, well, I'm visually impaired. I'm on a bus. Do you want me to get in the bus? You want me to drive and try to drive the bus through here? I'll do it if you want me to. He goes, no. That's quite all right. Just be careful. We'll have to keep an eye on the people. I will get back on the bus, but I'll get on and start driving it. No.
When's the last time you actually drove, Derek?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, literally, here's the deal. We spent the Rhode Island Lions. Echo. That's you, Darlene. Yeah. We actually spent $7,000 and we had our own tour bus. We went to everywhere we went. We had this one driver, and man, he was awesome. So
that's cool.
Who's there?
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Is this not crazy? Now I have my phone hooked up, and I'm.
Yes, it is crazy, Darlene. I feel so bad because you went through all this trouble and you're having trouble.
Well, Casey said he's going to work it out, but I mean, at least my mouth is in sync, and I figured, well, let me see. Everybody else is fine, so maybe if I come in and with the audio, with just the audio through my phone, it's so crazy, you guys.
What's up
That's
with
so
Debbie?
weird about the drive-through.
That's who that is. Okay, I can't read the thing.
Neville talking about the drive-through bars.
Yeah, they have hotel clubs that you can stand. Yeah, you can go. I just was saying it. You go through it.
So they allow you to drink and drive?
I guess so. But it was funny because literally we were walking around and I'm like, I need some land shark bear, please. And they're like, okay. And they're like, "But you're not supposed." We had one lady buy $57 worth of liquor.
Oh my goodness.
No, remember, she's legally blind. We don't know how to get the stuff back on the bus because everybody else is there. They're buying their own stuff. The poor guy had to help her carry it out there. Oh yeah, it was a fiasco.
I bet.
I guess they
So
do
you
have
had 45
drive-through.
blind squirrels attack this liquor drive-through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
I
I'm
guess
glad you
you
had
can.
fun.
I get so okay, Neville.
What
I
did that-
see now. Look, you guys, I'm kind of slow this morning. It was
No, I'm still on.
a late night. We didn't get home until
How are you?
about 10 o'clock last night. So that made for a very
How's the tummy?
and Tracy, you were late getting home too from the doctor, wasn't you?
You think you could try to eat something?
Didn't it take you a long time, Tracy?
Yeah. I didn't get home until
Okay. so
6-ish.
That might be too heavy. I don't know.
Get me some coffee.
Since 5 or 6 crackers isn't that much.
That's true.
Oh man, why is it? Well, I wish that you guys. I wish the Keurig was self-fulfilling, fulfilling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell MawMaw, you don't put a damper on our crazy hat day. We can't be crazy hat day if you're in the hospital.
When we're all just worrying about her.
Yeah. But for anybody that's new on, that's how we are. That's how we are when one of our own something happens like today. It's like we're here, but we're not here. And maybe I don't know, would they do knee surgery like with the local, or is she going to have to be?
They might be able to do it with
Like they did a toe, maybe.
like a spinal or something. Yeah. How did they do her toe?
They had her on propanol.
Yeah.
But the toe surgery was a lot quicker. It's sort of like going into a shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
I
But they
believe.
might be able to do it under like a spinal under some mild sedation. Good morning, Mystique Days. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mystique Days. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mystique. Mystique, we're talking about MawMaw. MawMaw's in the hospital, and it's kind of got us all
A little bit out of sorts.
Yeah. So.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to drop out.
Okay.
I'll see y'all later.
All right.
All right. Is everything
Everybody
okay?
have a blessed weekend, blessed day.
Is everything
Love
okay,
you guys.
Liz? Is everything okay?
Catch you next
Is
time.
everything okay?
Oh, yeah, everything's fine.
Oh,
I
okay.
just need to be available. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you too.
You guys, the person next door to MawMaw yesterday. He was in a car wreck. I thought he might have been a young football player or something, but found out they said he broke his neck. Well, he's over there talking and laughing and joking and stuff, and I'm like, so I prayed for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting there praying, and you guys, it was like they got so loud over there. and Mama's already hurting, and they got to cussing, and I'm like, and I was sitting there thinking, your neck is broke. They're about
Mm-hmm.
to transfer you from Opelika. If anybody Googles how many miles from Opelika to Dothan, it's a long ride. Well, see, he was in a car wreck, and I heard the doctor next door ask him, had he been drinking? So I don't know yet what happened, but I was thinking, wait a minute, if I just don't think I would be, cursing, using God's name in vain, and everybody else around him that
Yeah.
would come in and out. They were loud and obnoxious, and I'm like, really? And finally, I went to the curtain, you guys, the other side of the curtain, and I just did this, well, they did take it down a notch. But then when the transport guy came in, he
Mm-hmm.
got loud, and then they got loud again. And I just looked at MawMaw. I just turned on Joyce Myers, and I had it on my phone, listening to some Joyce Myers, and it wasn't even loud enough to cover them up because they had something, watching something on their phone, and it was so loud. All of that was traumatic on MawMaw's body yesterday.
Yeah.
Any other time, I wouldn't have thought nothing or said nothing, but it was a very traumatic time, and it had been since that morning with MawMaw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'd had a rough day all day.
So
I guess I could have told a nurse, but there was that the ER was slap full. They had some kind of trauma come in where all of them like hovered to it and went in this room, and I know that that's serious when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
So Karen and them wanted me to try to get MawMaw something to drink because she had not eaten or had not ate or drunk anything. She was hurting too bad.
Mm-hmm.
And so just a minute, let me. So when I looked over to the right and I saw a child's foot,
Mm-hmm.
I backed out real fast. And I told Karen, I said, they've got a child over there, and it must be trauma. I said, because they have everybody working on that child.
Oh my goodness.
And so let me see if this can work now.
Okay, maybe it will. Yeah. So,
I don't even know what my mind is. So I told Karen, can you hear me right? I hear an echo in my ear.
I'm hearing an echo.
okay,
There you go.
that's better.
That's better.
So anyway, when I seen that little child's foot, I backed away real quick, and I went in there and I said, everybody's working on that child. I said, I can't see that again. And I told them the very room that we're in, like, it wasn't even a room. There was just like a double thing with the curtain. That's why we heard them people next to us so loud.
Right.
And another time I tried to catch a nurse, and I made sure that I averted my eyes from that child. Because I told Karen, I said, the last thing I saw of my baby brother was his foot when they put him in the ambulance. And I said, right where we're at right now was where they worked on, in the very spot that area MawMaw was in. So every time that we have to go to the ER, if we have to go to that certain area, it makes me think of my baby brother.
Yeah,
so,
it triggers you.
Yeah. So I had to just avert my eyes the best way I could. You know, I just wouldn't even look at that room. But yeah, we talked with MawMaw yesterday. And you know, that guy that his neck was talking about how fast that he was going on the interstate and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, and they asked him had he been drinking and driving. And I'm like, you have people praying for you. Even like some of the family members come in and they said, well, God, you know, praise the Lord. We were praying for you. You know, this could have been so bad. And he still didn't get it. He just did not get it. And I'm like, you know, I get so, it's not that I said another prayer to Jesus and said, I take back my prayers. No, I mean, I still prayed for him because he's got a long road. He broke, I heard them talk about the set joints. So, I mean, and he broke some discs. They told how many in his neck. And as long as the spinal cord's intact, but he had one leg propped up, so he had feeling. I mean, I don't think he understands how serious that it was. That you broke your neck, but you can feel your feet and you can feel your arm.
Well, if he was drinking, I don't think that someone in that situation can possibly understand the severity of the situation they're in because their mind is not clear and they're not thinking straight.
So I guess Dothan is a big spinal clinic. Because I had a cousin that went there, and my cousin's husband, and it was like he had to lay down flat. He had to lay down flat going there in the back seat. And I saw him a week later, and he was in Walmart, and I'm like, I thought you just had spinal surgery, back surgery, like last week or so. And he said he did. So that is the major, I guess, Kevin asked me, why Dothan? And I said, undoubtedly, that's where the Spine Clinic of America, you know how you see the advertisements, and I guess each state might have one. So where's One Last Chance? I'm trying to.
They don't have a speed limit until 94. Where are you at, One Last Chance?
They said in Montana they have people driving with several DUIs. Ooh, not here. They'll pull your license real quick. And on country roads, You still have to have a driver's license in Alabama.
Shepherd,
Montana.
Shepherd, Montana. Must be pretty rural there.
Well, then I wouldn't want to run into anybody. They do here in Georgia. Oh, Georgia will get you. I mean, Georgia has stricter, they have stricter rules in Georgia than they do in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, I am so sorry that everything's been kind of wonky with everything, but that's why I have, I try to have my panel that what helps me watch for stuff. That's very important.
Mm-hmm.
And but now Derek is a force of nature, and sometimes I can't catch him quick enough.
Mm-hmm.
But Casey, he'll be working on this. It's oh my gosh, it's got plenty of I think it's got terabyte, it's got everything. Yeah. So you pretty much now, Dwayne, can't sniff like, look, what's that smell like? And then walk outside and you'll get a deep fright. Yeah, I love Derek, Denise. Derek is Dwayne got me and Casey to do this, and Derek kept telling me to have confidence in myself and what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so
amen to that. Nobody should drive drunk. My best friend who passed away last February, her daughter was killed in an accident where she was riding in a vehicle with two other people. She was not the driver, she was a passenger, and the driver was drunk, and they rolled the vehicle and she was killed. The other two were not even hardly injured. She took the brunt of the crash and she was killed.
Here I come. Oh, okay. Karen, it's unlocked. Ouch. Karen, it's unlocked. Move, Bailey. Did they say what time?
I agree, Misha. I totally agree. I don't like that. That's not something to mess with. The worst part is that they tend to kill innocent people, not themselves when they're beyond drunk, because they're relaxed, and the other people tense when they see at them. They end up taking the front.
I need you to move though. Baby, move. Okay.
I had that picture of that wrecked truck up on my refrigerator for a few years for my kids to see. That was my kids' reminder, with a big red circle and line through, to no drinking and driving. I had that on my fridge for a really long time so my kids knew, because they knew her. She was actually my best friend's daughter was had babysat my kids several times, so they knew her really well. And so it was a cold, hard reminder to my kids that it's just not acceptable. And I always said to my kids, you go somewhere and the people you're with are drinking, that you rode with start drinking, or if you go somewhere and end up drinking, call. I will never, ever hold it against you. I will come and get you. I want you safe. I want you alive. I will come, drop everything, and come and get you. That is a get home free card that would never expire. And I would still do it to this day if they called me and said, I need a ride. Even though I don't really drive now, I would drive for that. exactly, Lynn. That was just it. No questions. And I wouldn't even, at the point where, and I did have one time, my youngest was underage and had been drinking and needed picked up. I never gave him grief for being underage drinking. I never gave him grief. I was just thankful he called and let us come and pick him up safe. Mm-hmm. It is a big deal. I mean, it's something you should always, some parents will have the discussion with the kid the next day if you have an issue, but don't ever make them regret calling when they're in a situation like that where they could kill themselves or somebody else. Never make them regret calling you. Always go and get them. That is so important. Yeah, exactly. I was a designated driver a lot too, and I am now for sure, because I don't drink at all now with the medication, and I can drive. I have a license and it's legal, but I try not to drive because of the medications I take. But if given the situation, somebody drunk or me, I would definitely drive.
Because nurses or whatever, they're lazy and they don't take the dirty.
But I am so, you guys, this is hard because I am so concerned about MawMaw today too. Denise, you were the DD too, yeah? That kind of, you tend to, once you start doing that, you kind of, people count on you. So it's like, well, I'm not going to drink because I know someone's going to need a ride. Made my husband let me drive home from friends' weddings and stuff when he was drinking, that my kids, especially when my kids were with us, because then they could see that even Dad would give up the keys for a safe ride.
You want to throw the bag? I have no idea.
Darlene, do you need to go so you can take care of things, or?
Ooh.
My son is like a reserve police officer, and my nephew is a police officer. So yeah, that's something that's just not tolerated in my family. Just don't do that kind of stuff. Darlene?
I typed her fast on that.
Darlene, do you want to just shut down for today and take care of what you need to take care of?
Yeah, you guys.
I think that MawMaw is more important than this.
Yeah. Traci, will you say a prayer?
Yes.
Over everybody that's here, everybody that might come back, but you guys, they will have to put MawMaw to sleep.
Okay.
They couldn't give her.
Heavenly Father, we ask that you keep your hands of protection over all of our friends who visited us in the chat and who will see this video in the future and who popped in and out during the time of this video. And please hold MawMaw in your arms of protection so that she may make it through the surgery safely and come through the other side and recover and do well. And know that we all love her with all of our hearts, and we need her to be okay. And we need you to do the best you can to keep her surgeons' minds concentrate on what is the situation at hand, and comfort the family as they're waiting. Comfort everyone who needs comfort today, Lord. In your name we ask this. Amen.
Amen. You guys, thank you so much. We're not sure if it'll be 12 or after, but I know I don't even have to ask. I know every one of you guys know MawMaw, you love her, and you're going to be praying for her. So I know I don't even have to ask that. And love you too. I love all you guys, and I'll update you. I'll take my cell phone. It'll be in Wi-Fi, and I can do like I did before.
Yeah.
Do a video and then upload it and let everybody know.
That would be great.
And with everything, I'm not even like I won't do a giveaway until.
Sweet till this is all taken care of.
Yeah, I just
everybody understands that.
Yeah, love you too, LizzAnn. And I'm going to shut this down. Traci, if you'll wait just a minute. But I love you guys.
Love you all.
Johnny, take her purse.